All right, Jim, well, our next question sent to CornyDriveThru@gmail.com from Ben in New Britain, Connecticut.
Ben, the two of us need look no more. We both found what we were looking for.
The first signs there was something wrong, the love song to the rat. But anyway, here's the song.
Rats are not only very loving creatures, but they're actually very clean. They get a bad reputation because of their wild-ass outlaw sewer rat cousins. But just the regular old rat you buy in a pet store, lovely little friend.
Well, we'll agree to disagree on that. But here's Ben's question. As a fan who started in the early 90s, my historical wrestling education has always been lacking. I was fascinated by your dive into the Irish whip a little while back. I was hoping you could shine some light on another kayfabe straining maneuver, the Flair flop.
Oh boy.
Was Flair's cartoonish bump more realistic in the old days? Was Flair just so over, nobody questioned it? If a present-day wrestler sold like that, would Jim verbally castrate them? Thank you for keeping the history of pro wrestling alive.
I might not castrate him, but I might castigate him. The face first bump, and Flair wasn't the first person to ever do that in wrestling, for fuck's sake. It's a heel bump. Originally started as a heel bump. Flair then would do it a lot of times, even when he was a babyface, just because people expected it. But basically, boom, the fucking heel gets a blow of some kind, punch or elbow, boom, and stiffens him up, and he timber, and boom, and it's a crowd-pleasing bump for a pompous, cheating, lying, unpopular heel to literally fall on his face. You always want to see the comeuppance, whether it's Margaret Dumont, the socialite dowager in a Marx Brothers movie, or Ric Flair, the heel in a wrestling match.
Stop. What? No.
Well,
you feel bad for her. You don't feel bad for Margaret Dumont?
I never felt bad. That's the whole idea, is the anarchistic Marx Brothers are taking the piss out of pomposity. Any point is, you want to see people that are pompous fall on their face or whatever. And heels have done it, and then Flair started doing it. But then Flair, I guess that's like Austin's "I'm going to stomp a mud hole in you." The stomps don't look good. We've said this a million times, but because Austin was so over. Well, it got to the point where Flair started doing these things, and because everything he did was over, everybody wanted to see it, whether they were for him or again, they wanted to see him do his shit. And then, again, as everything happens, the move starts getting prostituted, or the bump, or then it starts being a little bit more comical, where he'll walk around the ring and talk to the referee and then fall over. A delayed Flair flop. I like the face first that heels do every once in a while. I don't know that I've ever seen anything that I wanted somebody to do in every single match like that. If it was somebody else, I'd get on them worse. But when, you've got to grade on a curve when you're talking about a guy that's one of the greatest in history of the business, but he's got these 3 or 4 things that he just will not stop doing. And I can't be a fan of all of them, but I think that's a minor. If that's what you can criticize Flair for, it relates to holes in his in-ring game with his track record and his success and longevity, I'm not going to my head's not going to explode over that. But again, as what was the questioner's name?
Oh, I just moved this question. Hold on.
Well, whatever his name is. So whatever your name is, the point is, if it's some fucking schlub that's never done anything good anywhere and has no fucking talent, no look, and no cachet in the industry, and he's going to start doing Flair's face first flop too, well then, yeah, I'm going to rip him a new asshole. Because why? You can't even do your own shit. You're going to do somebody else's. But yeah, you got to give Flair a few there, and that's one of them.